So guys, I'm your host and you're watching Wrestle AI. Let's get started with today's video, jam-packed with news, rumors, and some really serious stuff from the wrestling world. So first up, we're just days away from Money in the Bank. It's happening this Sunday, and right before that, we've got Worlds Collide lined up as well. The ladder matches are heating up, and we now have some early favorites, thanks to the latest updates coming in from WrestleVotes. Let's talk about the men's Money in the Bank ladder match first. According to these insider reports, two superstars are currently the top favorites to win, Seth Rollins and Solo Sikoa. Yes, WWE reportedly has post-Money in the Bank plans in place for both Seth and Solo. So, it's highly likely that the briefcase will go to either of them. Now, if I had to choose between the two, I'd say Seth Rollins would make more sense. There are rumors about him becoming world champion again, and a Money in the Bank win could perfectly position him for that, but there's a twist. There's also talk that Roman Reigns might return at Money in the Bank, and if that happens, it's possible that Roman could cost Seth the match, setting up something much bigger. So don't be surprised if Solo Sikoa walks out with the briefcase instead. Let me know in the comments. Who do you think should win the men's briefcase, Rollins or Solo? Now switching to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Here, the two top contenders being talked about are Naomi and Rhea Ripley. Both have solid chances, and WWE seems to have future plans for each of them if they win. If Rhea Ripley wins, it's another opportunity in her already impressive resume. WWE clearly trusts her, and she continues to get booked strong. But Naomi has been absolutely killing it lately, especially with her heel character. Her recent performances, both on TV and online, have been phenomenal, and she's gained a lot of fan support. So again, it might come down to one of these two. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Naomi pulls off the win as a reward for everything she's been doing in recent months. Let me know in the comments, who should win the women's Money in the Bank briefcase? Rhea Ripley or Naomi? Let's begin with a rather unfortunate update on Zoey Stark. Now, you may have been wondering, when is she coming back to WWE TV? Well, according to Fightful Select, this is not looking good. Zoey Stark is not expected to return before WrestleMania 42 in 2026. That means she's most likely out for the entire year, including the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Yes, it's sad but true. Reports say she suffered this injury sometime around April or May 2025, and recovery is expected to take nearly a full year. That puts her earliest return somewhere around April or May next year. This makes her just another name on the growing list of top-tier superstars missing WrestleMania. Kevin Owens is also reportedly on that same list. WrestleMania 41 is already in the books, and now it seems WrestleMania 42 will also go on without them. Next, let's talk about LA Knight. A fan favorite, a powerhouse on the mic, and someone who had the crowd in the palm of his hand. But still no major title push. Why? Well, former WWE head writer Vince Russo dropped a massive claim this week. According to him, Triple H personally does not like LA Knight, and that's the real reason behind his weak booking. Now that's a big statement. Russo believes that despite the crowd being behind LA Knight, despite his incredible promo skills and charisma, Triple H simply doesn't want to push him. He claims there's backstage politics involved, that even though Triple H has the most creative control right now, LA Knight is still not booked properly, which could be deliberate. Now, I'm not saying I fully agree or disagree with Russo, but let's be honest. LA Knight had everything going for him: momentum, crowd support, main event energy. But the world title just never came. Russo even joked that if this continues, we might see LA Knight released from WWE in the future. I really hope that never happens, but in today's wrestling world, you never know. Do you think Triple H is intentionally burying LA Knight? Let's shift gears and talk about WrestleMania possibly heading to London. London's mayor, Sadiq Khan, has personally requested Triple H to bring WrestleMania to the UK capital. Yes, You heard that right. This wasn't a vague statement. He directly said, Triple H, if you're watching, we want WrestleMania in London. This happened during a public panel event recently, and it's not the first time. There have been multiple meetings, appearances, and pushes for this over the years. Triple H had once responded in an interview saying, if you want WrestleMania, you need to pay the price. You need to bid big. And that's the catch. WWE doesn't just choose cities based on fan interest. There are bidding wars, financial deals, and tons of corporate negotiation behind the scenes. So while London wants WrestleMania and fans definitely support the idea, it looks like the city hasn't yet made a strong enough financial bid to get WWE on board. Speaking of Mania, let's talk about a major update on WrestleMania 42. According to WrestleVotes via WrestleOps Radio, WWE is planning to replicate the exact same weekend layout from WrestleMania 41 for WrestleMania 42 next year. That means the same venues: Allegiant Stadium for WrestleMania, Las Vegas Convention Center for other events, and T-Mobile Arena for Hall of Fame or other shows. Now, honestly, this is kind of disappointing. After all the announcements, marketing, and hype videos for WrestleMania 42, it seems WWE is just reusing the whole format and setup from last year. Feels like the company just flipped its stance after the money came in. This reveals a lot about their current business approach. Some would even say it's unprofessional. Would this have happened under Vince McMahon's watch? Probably not. If WWE wanted to reuse the same venues, then why make it look like something fresh was coming? And let's not forget, The Rock himself announced WrestleMania 42 during that huge segment. Now that everything is just a copy-paste of 41, how must The Rock feel after endorsing it like that? Let me know what you think about this. Are you excited or disappointed with WrestleMania 42 being a near replica of WrestleMania 41? Let's move on to Mr. Vince Kennedy McMahon and a huge financial move he's just made. Vince recently sold $250 million worth of TKO stock. That's right, $250 million. The buyer, Endeavor themselves. Now, Vince still holds around 3% of TKO shares, but this is a significant offload. So the real question is, why did he sell these shares? The most likely theory? Vince could be funding his new venture, 14th and I, a mysterious new company he launched earlier this year. This seems logical. After all, $250 million isn't pocket change. You don't just sell that for fun. It might also be a signal that Vince wants to stay active in business outside WWE, and if that's the case, his next company could be something massive. Whether it's entertainment, sports, or something completely different, we'll be watching this very closely. Next, let's talk on a very serious and disturbing note. NXT star Roxanne Perez has reportedly been receiving real-world threats online, some of which are extremely dangerous. A Twitter account named Is Roxanne Perez Dead Yet has been counting down days, posting cryptic messages like 6 days left, 5 days left, and now we're right at the point where something could happen. Even more shocking, the account reportedly doxed her, revealing personal info like her home address. This is beyond trolling. It's harassment, it's criminal, and it needs to be taken seriously. The safety of superstars, especially young talents like Roxanne, is non-negotiable. But now, after this thing happened, we've got a proper update from Adam Pearce himself. He tweeted, "It has been reported. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you to everyone that made me aware." In short, WWE has been informed. The authorities are aware and the necessary action is being taken. The account that was posting the disturbing content has likely been suspended, and things seem to be under control. We haven't heard a direct response from Rox yet, but I personally believe she's safe. WWE is a massive global company. If they want to protect someone, they can do it instantly. So as of now, there's no reason to panic. And finally, here comes the most shocking story of the day. Could Triple H actually be fired from WWE within the next 18 months? This insane rumor comes from none other than Jonathan Coachman. He claims that there's a serious power struggle brewing inside TKO involving Triple H and The Rock, and this could potentially force Triple H out of WWE completely. Coachman says there's major backstage tension between Rock and Triple H, and it's growing stronger every month. If this continues, Triple H might no longer be the head of creative, or worse, he could be completely removed from WWE. Now I know it's hard to believe, but Coachman has been talking about this for a while, and some of his statements have weirdly been proven right. So we can't just ignore it. Let me ask you guys, can you imagine WWE without Triple H? Do you think The Rock is really trying to take full control? Comment below and let's discuss this one in detail. So guys, that's it for today's video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Wrestle AI for more wrestling news and in-depth analysis. And as always, drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading them all. Till next time, this is your host signing off. Wrestle AI over and out.